I didn't argue. I didn't beg. I didn't try to hold her when she said, "I just don't feel the same anymore." I just met her eyes, gave a small nod, and let her go, not because I stopped loving her, but because I was exhausted from constantly trying to prove I was worth keeping. Her name was Alina. We spent 5 years together. She was all energy and adventure, the spark in every room. I was the calm, the steady hand, the quiet mornings with coffee and soft music. Somehow we worked, or at least I believed we did. We had our little world. Sunday pancakes, late-night runs for snacks we didn't need, the show we teased each other about but never missed. But as time went on, something shifted. It started subtly. Her phone flipped over on the table. Delayed replies. A certain distance in her eyes when I asked how her day went. I don't think she ever physically cheated, but emotionally, she'd already left long before she packed a bag. One night, over dinner in the kitchen where we'd shared so many late-night talks, she finally said it. "I feel stuck. I'm not happy anymore." No anger, no tears, just the quiet of two people realizing they weren't on the same page anymore. And I didn't plead. I didn't remind her of every choice I made that put her first. I simply said, "Okay." By morning, she was gone. She took the photos from the walls, her favorite perfume, even that old mug we both reached for every morning. I watched her walk out. She didn't glance back. The apartment felt empty in a way that wasn't peaceful, just hollow. Life went on, or at least it pretended to. Work, meals, routines. But I wasn't living, just existing. Friends told me I handled it with strength. They didn't see the sleepless nights, the way I still kept her contact at the top of my phone, or how I froze whenever her favorite song played. I didn't block her. I didn't post sad quotes or try to make her jealous. I kept my pain quiet, even when I saw her online with someone new just 2 months later, smiling bigger than she ever had with me. Even when people said she called me too safe, too predictable. It hurt, more than I admitted. But I didn't break my silence. Because when someone chooses to leave, why ask them to stay? Time did what time does. I started focusing on myself. Learned to cook real meals. Went back to the gym. Painted the room she always said felt lifeless. Slowly, I stopped waiting for her. But I hadn't fully let go either. Then, almost a year to the day she left, I got a text. "Can I call you?" I stared at it, heart racing. After a pause, I said yes. When the call came, her voice was soft, almost unfamiliar. "I saw a picture of you the other day. You looked happy. I'm sorry, Zane. I thought leaving would help me find what I thought was missing. But all I found was emptiness. People who didn't care, didn't listen. And I realized I left peace behind." She kept talking, filling the quiet between us. "Letting you go was the biggest mistake I ever made." I didn't say what she might have hoped for. I didn't tell her I'd been waiting. Instead, I told her the truth. "I forgive you, but I'm not the man you left. I built a life where my happiness doesn't depend on whether you choose me." She whispered, "I still love you." And I believed her, but I answered, "Love isn't enough anymore. Not after all the silence, not after the doubt you left me with." She asked, "Is there any chance for us?" I thought of the nights I cried alone, of rebuilding myself piece by piece. And I said, "There might have been once, but not now. You showed me what it felt like to be forgotten, and I can't forget that." She cried. She said she understood. She said goodbye. And this time, I was the one who didn't look back. Not every ending is meant to circle back to where it started. Sometimes, closure is knowing they regret leaving, and realizing that regret doesn't change your path. I let her go quietly, not because I was weak, but because I finally found the strength to stop chasing what had already walked away. And that made all the difference.